consider him the epitome of Zambia.
There is no Zambia without KK.
I regard him or consider him in the class of Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King.
He's a living legend, I must say. He's a living legend.
I have to give it to the old man. He doesn't know, if that's the right term, when to quit. Because he just goes and goes. After office, it's like he never left.
I just thank God, young man, that he has made it possible for me to live this long and be able to help reshape this nation into something wonderful.
in the class of Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King.
He's a living legend, I must say. He's a living legend.
I have to give it to the old man. He doesn't know, if that's the right term, when to quit. Because he just goes and goes. After office, it's like he never left.
I just thank God, young man, that he has made it possible for me to live this long and be able to help reshape this nation into something wonderful.
I consider him the epitome of Zambia.
Look at what he has done for this country. I think we owe him quite a great deal.
That's the person we admire his life. We would like to be like him.
Kaunda he was a brand. He was the brand. I remember, yeah, right. Yes, but those days, I mean, he was on the money. He was on the coins. He was powerful.
Kaunda is quite a special man.
He fought for independence.
Zambia, a landlocked country in south-central Africa, home to the mighty Zambezi River and the Victoria Falls. A former British colony, Zambia gained independence on 24th October 1964. Kenneth David Kaunda was the first president of independent Zambia. He ruled Zambia through a one-party state system until the democratic wave swept through the African continent. Kaunda conceded defeat in free and fair elections on the 2nd of November 1991. An African leader's life is considered to end after they leave office, but this has not been the case with Kaunda. This year, Kaunda celebrated his 88th birthday, and from the look of things, he is not slowing down. Musician, sportsman, author, and now fashion icon, Kaunda is out and about. What keeps him going? That's what we want to find out.
My name is Kenneth Kaunda, first president of Zambia. For my family, whose father is a reverend, whose mother is a teacher.
It's got a come laughter because there's so much soul in the grandfather laughter. So innocent and so real.
Kaunda is one leader who believed in visiting communities. He would visit an ordinary ward chairman of his party in a township, and all of us would gather. He would visit a market, and everybody would go there. He would visit our schools, and lining up for him was so much fun. Waiting, sometimes you don't even see his face, but you would be sure of seeing his handkerchief.
We would be asked to line the roads, and they would give us these nice little Zambian flags, and he would come with his motorcade and he would slow down, take out his handkerchief, would flash his biggest smile, and he would wave at us.
I forget I am Kenneth Kaunda's grandson because it's just something that I am. But often it's people that remind me who I am. When he remembers me, I'm surprised. He knows my name. But yes, he knows who we are. He doesn't forget he doesn't forget his grandkids. There was one time I do remember, I did have a long talk with Granddad, and it was very insightful. told me, I asked him, is this what you expected after independence? He just laughed.
From the media perception, you know, this is an interviewer's interviewee. It makes you look good. His ability to drive home the issue of international, peace. The man reminded me of Gandhi. You know what I mean? All he wanted was to see this world free.
I met Dr. Kaunda in 1960 in Osaka. Talking to him, you know, I got inspired, and I got inspiration that this was a man who was fighting for something that we as Africans in those days, you know, believed in.
What has helped me to shape my life is the teaching, love God your Creator with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. As to that one he has made in his image like you, the teaching is love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. When I got involved in the struggle for independence against British colonialism, I realized we had 73 tribes in my country, Zambia today, Northern Rhodesia in those days, indigenous tribes, but new tribes came in, the English, the Welsh, Scottish, the Indian, Pakistan, many colors, many tribes. How to shape our nation into something.
The struggle that he asked all of us to wage, you know, was militant resistance to colonial rule, but no violence. You know. He was not an advocate of violence, and he was greatly inspired in this regard by people like Mahatma Gandhi of India and Jawaharlal Nehru. For a man who had spent so much time being harassed by the colonial government and being put into prison, he still came out without bitterness and still said that, you know, we should not adopt violence as one of our tactics in terms of winning national independence for our country.
We began to develop along those lines. In the struggle, one Zambia, one nation. After the struggle, after winning our independence, still one Zambia, one nation. Now, young man, where this approach is accepted, there's genuine peace. Where it is not accepted, disaster, chaos, death in thousands.
In terms of the One Zambia, One Nation, it is something that is not just a history. It's laid the foundation of the unity of Zambia.
That wasn't just Dr. Kaunda's motto. It's a Zambian motto. One Zambia, one nation. Because some of the problems that we are witnessing sometimes are also as a result of departing from our own motto, which says that one Zambia, one nation. It doesn't matter whether you're Bemba, you're Tonga, you're Lozi, Vale, whatever tribe you are a Zambian.
He sacrificed, first of all, his own personal life, the lives of Zambians, and Zambia as a whole, to fight to ensure that the other neighboring countries also attained their political independence. It wasn't easy. Zambia lost lives. Zambia spent money.
We still have to do more. In the PTA sub-region, we have the South African albatross, the abominable, archaic, and morbid system of apartheid that is being perpetuated by the South African racists.
Dr. Kaunda's vision at that time was not just that Zambia should be free, but that one Zambia was free Zambia should also actively participate in the liberation struggle to assist Zambia's neighbors attain national independence. And he made it clear that a union government would support liberation struggles in Mozambique, in Angola, in southern Rhodesia then, in South Africa against apartheid, in Southwest Africa, as Namibia was then called, in Guinea-Bissau. He was greatly inspired in this regard by the late Kwame Nkrumah, who always said, the first president of Ghana, who always said that for as long as any inch of Africa was not free, no African had the right to walk the streets of Africa feeling free in their own smaller countries unless the bigger continent had become free.
What it means, let us have one heart, one spirit, we work together so that we can develop.
I use music to reach out in many areas of human life. I love my music, and on my guitar I play many hymns. On my guitar I play one or two songs about my dear wife.
That girl here means a lot. Can I sing for her? I remember the night in your arms, underneath the pagan moon, hiding away on a pillow of palms, as you watched the pagan moon. Every kiss was a sweet pagan prayer.
The singer, a lover, he definitely loved his Mama Betty, and he still does, That's amazing if you ask me.
His family suffered because during those tours of duty, it means that he was very rare at home. And in that, you cannot forget to bring in the first lady, Betty, that she had a very supportive wife. And for him to succeed, Betty must have also played a major role. And equally, I believe her life must be celebrated because she was there for him, looked after the children, and indirectly even looked after us as a nation. I'm sure she gave pep talk, bed pillow advice, which we're not privileged to.
I think it's their experience from during that colonial period that I think has really welded them. Because you don't go through something like that and fall apart, no. After all that, I'm sure it just brought them closer together because they had to stand together. Behind every great man is a woman, right? And I figure Betty Kaunda is that successful one for my grandfather.
He's a great example of the fact that it's actually possible to grow old with your lover and hold on to her.
This great creator, God, made that arrangement of man and woman. It is an extremely important source of life. And we have to respond to that challenge. We have to respond to that challenge in many ways. And thank God, my wife is 84, I'm 88, 65 years together. And wherever they are kind enough to invite me to a wedding, I point fingers at them. service to God's children comes first in that respect. I get invited today in various organizations because they believe that they can only invite me if they believe or they see that I will accept what they're doing. And there's something I can do, I'll try and help. If there's nothing I can do, can I look around there somewhere else where can I come and help? If there is a gate that way, I will do that.
One Zambia! One nation! Although you have heard my song several times, I'll still sing it. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. We shed cheer, not a tear, make it gay. Oh, give me a smile I can keep in my heart for a while, far away. Till we meet once again, you and I. We shed cheer, not a tear, make it gay.
He's had an impact when it comes to, say, behavioral change. He's played a key role, for example, in taking the message out there to the young people about HIV/AIDS.
I lost a brilliant son to AIDS. And when you put him rest 2 weeks after that, I thought, as the leader of the nation, I should come out and announce that our son had died of AIDS. As leaders, we had a duty to show that we are fighting this discrimination against this disease. We are fighting AIDS, and not just for children, but the whole fight. Treatment is very important. We have a few clinics here and there, but we don't have enough to cover many parts of this country. We have little work on this in Nigeria. We started little work on this in South Africa.
Don't let the walking stick fool you. He's still going.
I've done events and he's been there, and every time you call upon, and it's a humble honor and pleasure to call upon our founding father, first Republican President, Dr. Kenneth David Kaunda. He comes to the microphone running.
Soccer is my game. I grew up in that one. And I don't think I can raise a team of people at 88. I'm still a golfer. I love the game. I do run. Every week I must run so many times. Inside my bedroom, I do a lot of exercises. That helps me to keep awake, alive, and when I overeat sometimes, I get worried.
Speaking for myself personally, but I know even a lot of people out there are very, very encouraged by Dr. Kaunda's choice of, food. He's a vegetarian.
In our struggle, because of racism, even in the business, we were taught, we were forced, rather not taught, we were forced to purchase our requirements through pigeonholes. And we had to fight that. Where even in churches, some areas, there were even churches for whites only. Christian faith. And that type of discrimination made me decide to fight, add to my mobilization of the people. At the stage 1953, I decided it's not right to continue doing this, eating this meat which I get through the pigeonhole. I will not. So at 53, I stopped taking that. So I've continued now to depend on vegetables, beans and so on. They keep me very fit.
Lovely. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It is something I admire. It is something that I would wear, and I'm glad you've mentioned that it is now available. Absolutely.
This is like the one that you wear for functions, because always for functions you want to have a dark suit. It's got the barcode with Kenneth Kaunda in it, and it's 180 wool. It's got space where to put the 2 pens. And we also branded the pens for his birthday. Kenneth Kaunda 88 at SBM. One Zambia. This has been a 10-year plan where we thought of what can we do to just bring to basics the things that we would like to, to do for great people. The last 3 months we had a meeting with his last born daughter, Cheswa. The following day I asked her, can I have his suits? So following day, she brought the suits. I looked at them, I saw the features, I took pictures, sent them to the manufacturer. I traveled to the manufacturer to explain what it is. So they were now making the sample.
When one is made into an icon, he's like, he has the Midas touch. Everything he touches will turn to gold. So it doesn't matter whether he's rocking check shirts or shorts, they will turn to gold. And believe me, they will become fashion icons because of who he is and what he has done. People want to wear his stuff. Why? Because it associates themselves with a great part of history.
We did modify it so that anybody can wear it. The odd guys, his comrades can wear it. The modern person can wear it. People who wear a T-shirt can wear it. People who want to wear a tie can still wear it.
Kaunda is not just a Zambian brand. He actually is an international brand. Wherever you go, you go to Jamaica, go to America, go to Australia, they know that's Kenneth Kaunda. So he's an international brand, actually, and he's now becoming a fashion icon. Because if you go to Kenya, they call that suit the Kaunda suit.
You remind me of my great late friend and colleague and comrade in our struggle, Julius Kambarage Nyerere. We were meeting one day I think it was in Mbeya, I think. We were having a meeting of frontline states. He was dressed in my suit. I was dressing in my suit. And he said, these Kenyan people are very business-minded. And they are conscious. They said, no, but we can't teach Kaunda. And if he finds that we are using his suit in business, he'll sue us. So what we do is, let's call it Kaunda suit. And they call it Kaunda suit, so that Kaunda doesn't become angry when he sees it.
This is what we are developing for the ladies. So we've ordered one with the black buttons, one with the silver buttons, one short sleeves, one 3/4, and one long sleeves. So I'm sure it will be in the fabric of the Kaunda suit.
To have to say, oh, I'm wearing a Kaunda suit. My God, that's one of the greatest men in Africa.
There is no Zambia without KK.
Go to South Africa, a lot of people will celebrate Madiba for what he did to South Africa. But in this country, people do not necessarily celebrate him. But I personally, I regard him or consider him in the class of Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King.
We must take advantage of his existence. He's a living legend, I must say. He's a living legend.
By now, we should be talking about a Kaunda library, things like that, which is not there. And we shouldn't say until he dies. We want him to see some of these things.
Why don't we build a massive monument, you know, of him? Really? Yes, like what they've done in Santon for Mandela. I mean, we can build one like that. He's the first president of the sovereign Republic of Zambia. So that when the future generations look upon and say, who is this man with his handkerchief? I suggest they should build it, and it should be, you know what I mean? Just statue will be like, people will be looking, who's this great man? Yeah. Great son of Zambia.
I have to give it to the old man. He doesn't know, if that's the right term, when to quit. Because he just goes and goes. After office, it's like he never left. He just keeps on going. It's like someone hasn't told him that you can't do this anymore, you're too old. No, he doesn't know that. He just keeps on serving and serving and serving after office.
The story of KK has not been, told at all. The world needs to know the story of KK. The world needs to know that even in troubled times, in troubled worlds, where we are faced with war, where we're faced with anguish, where we are faced with hatred, there's still a man who loves you and me, irrespective of where you come from, irrespective of the color. It is very rare in these times. It's time the world stood up, and give credit to this great man, the son of Africa, son of Zambia, and the son of the world.
I just thank God, young man, that he has made it possible for me to live this long and be able to help through perhaps my mama's help in a way, small way, to help my colleagues who are in office today reshape this nation into something wonderful.
Financial instrument that provides a hedge against inflation, 100% guarantees that you will not lose your money, has tax-free growth and distribution, the ability to take an interest-free loan, avoids probate, provides creditor protection, guarantees your family that your income will be replaced should you die, helps you protect yourself financially against chronic, critical, and terminal illness, and of course allows you to take money anytime for any reason at any age without a tax penalty. You need only as little as $50 to invest per month. Contact Irene Fombo. Tel 513-5014-177 or send an email to irenenpmsn@gmail.com.
Almighty Father, Papa, now you love me so, and you know my name. I give you glory, Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, yeah. You know me, you know my name. Papa, you know my name, oh. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yeah, yeah. Yelele, yelele, yelele. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Papa, you know my name, oh. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Powered by Crown. Yelele, 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 yeah. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Oh, oh. Yelele, yelele, yelele.
And this time, welcome back to AMBA Focus. AMBA Focus is back and it's like to stay. And I want also thank those where they be reach out to us, the ask and waiting why we need to see AMBA Focus again. Wait till it go on, what is happening. I want them and say I want to appreciate their concern where they don't show to us. Now AMBA Focus is back. We are back, we are better, and we are live, and we are back to stay. So we appreciate all who for join. I want also say as you join for watch we AMBA Focus today, make you share to all your WhatsApp forum, share on your Facebook platforms. Or appreciate your sharing. And I want also greet particularly those that they watch we for satellite for Sub-Sahara Africa and in ground zero. So thank you now for staying loyal and your contribution, your suggestion. We will only get them for our Facebook page on how AMBA Focus and ABC should function. We truly appreciate when I input them because we are getting better by the day, because we know say this journey for our restoration journey is going to end up in fruition, and we are here we're there for here because we believe, we are convinced, we know without any shadow of doubt say our independence will be restored, our restoration quest will end up in success and in victory. So if you get any doubt for your mind, if the too many things that already happen, it make you feel like say, hey, this thing will succeed. So how did the way this thing on the go? I need hear my head. Now I'm gonna focus on that program where the camp can restructure your thoughts. Now for can direct your thoughts. AMBA is like you say, AMBA Focus. So keep your thoughts focused on the cause, because our restoration, we must get it. Our freedom is what we must fight and fight and fight until we have it. Today I deal with some wonderful, distinguished comrades. Them I call them my veteran comrades. You know, they don't be for the revolution for many years. You know, they know the ins and outs. They don't remain resolute. They don't remain on course. When I look at this, my fellow comrades that don't join me today on this AMBA Focus program, you know, I don't get any excuse for tire. I don't get any excuse for the complaint. I just get for the do, the act, the push the revolution forward from any angle, any way I possibly can. So today with me, I get Comrade Larry. Comrade Larry, welcome to AMBA Focus once again. I'm really glad that you will be able to join me today. Comrade Larry, welcome for AMBA Focus.
Yeah, Lady Casey, thank you so much, fellow televiewers. Thank you for coming up today. We call on every Ambazonian to remain focused, every Southern Cameroonian for remain focused. Know that they say the darkest hour is towards day dawn. And when we look like, even in the Bible, the time where the disciples they be supposed to surrender about Christ now when it be to go towards crucifixion, because that is where every disciple is supposed to ask, if this Jesus Christ is the true Son of God, then why can't you save yourself in this torture and disgrace where Jesus Christ will go through in the last day before he was crucified? So we get to remain focused as the disciples. If we remain focused, we have to remain steadfast as the disciples. If we remain steadfast, we have to disregard every form of distraction, and we should know that towards this hour where we are getting to the finish line, we should expect such distraction. They are going to come up in their numbers and in different forms and in different garments. But why we are here today on AMBA Focus is to tell Ambazonians to remain focused, as the program says, have to be focused and forge forward. Tilt our eyes away from distraction, because there will always be, that is the major tool of the occupational regime. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Comrade Larry, for that reminder why we really get to remain focused. Also with me today for this great return of AMBA Focus, I get Uncle B. Uncle B, I'm sure you don't hear Uncle B audio them. You don't give us very nice, educative, analytical, points them for keep our mind on course. Uncle B, welcome again for AMBA Focus.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lady K, and thanks to our viewership. We're glad as we don't come here again today. No, say I'm not for nag dating and occasion. Well, there's I not to know my English plenty. So I don't like for nag and knock on the door the year for street. I think the main thing we been a way to they here for as community don't talk now. They will say focus. Yeah, for that Jesus Christ we talk. When Jesus Christ became here, was persecuted. Maybe know the mission where the person me can do, and he stood fast for it. Eno be Ben, where be Kaipa, say me can achieve mission. I will know the mission where will day for the revolution for achievement. Will not get to waver. Jesus no be waver. All man they be persecuted. So we are focused. We say at this time for this show AMBA Focus. Now so we will not say we'll get ups and downs. This will be get temptation all over, but he stood fast. He will be focused what we can do. And the way to be back for all week today. Say me any man know say it's not an easy ride. Now a very rough terrain with the war on top. But the way it happen, I say, oh, stay strong and focus for what will be what will be meant for. And that is to achieve our independence. Once again, greeting to everybody, and everybody is very welcome, and we're happy to be here again today. Thank you, Lady Gay.
Thank you, Uncle B. Oh, I don't hear. We don't come for motivate ourselves, for educate ourselves, for strengthen our mind, for make and say with all the turbulences, all the confusion, the seemingly confusion we don't go on for this revolution, we everything we don't look like say, oh, it's getting difficult. All our republic is singing victory for certain battles. We don't come for AMBA Focus now. For can revitalize your revolutionary spirit. Now wait that whole day today, and we will even get into the point for the day. We get for see how far we have come, because sometimes then we get for she don't look back. We study. They used to when we used to there in secondary school, primary. They used to tell we why we study certain subjects. It's one of the reasons why we study history, and for make sure so we know how we come out and say we not repeat the same errors, the same mistake them where we will make them before we get to this point where we get them. So yeah. So Comrade Larry, I will come to you first. I want make you tell we, you in particular don't be indifferent. You there from the beginning of the revolution where time when no man nobody talk about. Nobody even know if it just then a few group of people then back then with SCNC. We don't see how the revolution don't they now. Some people they think say it's too divided. There is infighting. There is division. There is too many factions. You want that the thing they make and like say you don't turn as people they take their make and like their personal issues. We don't evolve for the revolution from back in the days up to the point when we don't get an interim government where it don't structure itself, it don't be so broad where it don't accommodate every Southern Cameroonian, where every Southern Cameroonian get a role to play, to participate towards our freedom. You feel throwing more light on where we come from, how far we have been regarding the different factions, and where we dey in particular. On Comrade Larry, thank you.
Yeah, Lady Casey, thank you so much, fellow Ambazonians. This is a very hot topic to discuss. And this is the People's TV, and we must use this TV for make Ambazonians may they know what is going on. Yes, as our host it talk, when you look at the past of this revolution, we don't evolve a lot. We have gained too much. We are at the level where we are talking with the international community until the UN Security Council, they talk about our case. Until the Commonwealth, the United States, the African Union, they are talking about our case. We have gone very far as a talker, but we will look at the past, we look at the present, what happened in the past and what is happening in the present. In the past, as we talk, there were so many factions. We had something like the scam. We have SCNC, and so when they even go ahead for talk, say there was SCNC led by Dr. Luma, then Chifayamba, then Dr. Four, and then so when they go talk, say there was SCNC led by Ambassador Fossong. There was Pa Mulanjo Lutume. There was Capo led by Pa Augustine Dangam and led Dr. Ngumni. And there was the SCYL. But let me tell Ambazonians that what happened in the past were factions of people who have different strategies and ideologies. But there was one common thing that was keeping them together. They treated each other as Southern Cameroonians. They treated each other like brothers and sisters. As compared to what is happening today, what is happening today is not factions. It is the work of the occupational regime in our revolution. Why do I say so? In the past, when any of the factions get an opportunity for move the revolution forward, they try for use the highest possible means, and they go borrow the tool of any of the other faction for use and for push that move forward. I go quote one example. When the letter for the admission of Southern Cameroon into UNPO came, it came through Dr. Ngumni, who was of scam. But Dr. Ngumni, knowing that, Dr. Yombang, I mean to say, Dr. Yombang, knowing that scam was no longer existing, did not confiscate that letter. He took the letter to the SCNC of Chifayamba because he knew that was the organization that was well structured. That is how SCNC was through the SCNC, Southern Cameroon was admitted into the UNPO. What am I trying to highlight here? I'm trying to highlight a situation where an opportunity came through another faction, and that faction realized that they are not capable to handle that opportunity. They move it to another faction. In 2011, when Southern Cameroonians were celebrating the 50th anniversary in Boya, where more than 400 people, Southern Cameroonians, took refuge at the Nigerian consulate in Boya, and 100 were arrested, The compound of Pa Molanjo Lutume became the compound of every Southern Cameroonian. That was where people were taking shower. That was where people were taking food, regardless of the faction that you come from. I remember a time where Mr. Nwachan used to take his phone and call us at Kawa Street and tell us that people should be careful, there is danger around. I used to see Pandangam of Scapo disagree with Fongalamfo and Chifayamba, but the next day you will see him walking to their office to go and meet them. You go there, you see them sitting together. Which message were these people sending to La République? That despite the fact that we disagree, we are still brothers and sisters. Despite the fact that we disagree, does not give you the audacity to touch one of us. Touching one of us is touching all of us. That is the message that our leaders in the past were sending to La République, which was the common enemy. The factions in the past made La République the common enemy and the major enemy and the only enemy. What is happening today as compared to the past, Lady Casey and fellow Southern Cameroonians, is the work of the occupational regime in Yaoundé. It is the hand of the occupier. The occupier has infiltrated our revolution, has planted hate, has planted agents of hatred. The occupier has planted agents of division. The occupier has planted murderers among us that are slaughtering our people, kidnapping our people for ransom, stealing from our people, and are killing our soldiers. What is happening today, fellow Southern Cameroonians, is not an issue of factions. It is the work of the occupational regime in Yaoundé. That is the major tool that they can use at this time to cause division, distract us, create hatred among us, create infighting among us. Fellow Southern Cameroonians, we have given out enough education. Southern Cameroonians today can now identify who is speaking the truth and who is telling lies, who is for this revolution and who is for La République. Dear Southern Cameroonians, in the past,
Cornelary,
we
to interrupt. Sorry, Cornelary, I would like to interrupt you a bit. You mentioned that back then the factions, they had different ideology and different approach, but they still work together when the opportunity for push forward the struggle come in. And I want also ask you, now when we get similar factions in this present, I know you will try to go forward, but I want to put it in perspective. Now when we get similar faction today, and then we get people the way that they oppose every effort where it's obvious say they be against international mediation, they don't show say they be against any constructive structuring of the restoration forces them. Wait and like maybe the try for extending a work of La République. How much can you explain to our people for them to understand the current structure where it they now regarding the present factions? Larry, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. When you compare the issues of the past and the present, you will see and say there are three types. There are three categories of people working in this revolution. There are two major categories. You have those who are working for La République and those who are working for the restoration of the independence of Southern Cameroon. when you look, those who are working for the independence of Southern Cameroon, despite the fact that they still exist in factions, but they still try for collaborate. Everybody will agree with me here that Bo Herbert of the Morris is a faction. He has always been against the idea of an interim government, but he works with the interim government because they see something that they want to push forward. That is what the leaders in the past had at the back of their mind. Even though they exist in differences in ideas and strategies, but since there is an opportunity to push forward, we have to disregard our differences and push this opportunity forward. That is what the leaders in the past have.
Yes, Comrade,
when you look
I
at
don't get your point.
Ebenezer Afanga
I get
is
the
of
point
the
where
Sokadef.
yes, Comrade Larry, I don't know if you hear me. Sorry again for interrupt. I don't get your point. I want to hear now from Uncle B, because Uncle B too had a similar experience as you. I want to find out, say he too don't listen for all the analysis without he repeat what you don't already talk. Maybe add the own, because especially bringing it to now and this revolution, because you know with this whole idea now for ground zero there is also talking, there is so much division, they don't retire these factions infighting. We want bring her into now. So Uncle B, how you feel explain for communicate, particularly for people the way the devil diaspora and those there for ground zero, where they know the understanding the structure of the revolution and how it go, where they feel like say we are fighting ourselves, where you know Comrade Larry don't throw highlights of how we don't evolve in the revolution, how we don't get to the point, and why things in there at present the way they did. So if you throw more light on that aspect in particular, Uncle B, over to you. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Lady K, and our people. One very first thing I would do time we used to be for primary school in those days. If the rest of difficulties say, woe unto the child who will not do better than the father. Are we together?
Yes.
Well, I see you talking. I thought you were not getting me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. My sound it go before my image. That is why. So if you can hear
Okay.
me, just go on and talk. Yes.
I do 5 on 5. I say time some they will rise some talk and say, woe unto that child who will not do better than the father. Where you mean say, if papa don't born you, and then you start end from 5, and then you not try go from 6 or from 7. That means say you never do better than your father. You must always strive to improve from where your father believe him. Let me throw another example where TJ comrades lad with the talk. Time where people they be coming from Nigeria, they be coming like 1 man, they not be coming like 2 man. And when they be the worker, that thing the worker ended was the opposition. When Front shall be winning Delhi, he was in the opposition. Time the one go Kumban. They will go as a body, they not be go like factions. But today, it will be difficult for someone to even listen for the other person. We know very well that from AAC 1 to AAC 2 to SNC Allah, they don't really talk. Ground zero be the work like one. Despite the opposition and the differences they get them, they were working like one. It happened today. There are some people where the day for yesterday that means it for them for spoil them. But I will assure them, or show what people say, in every situation, no man, nothing ever talks say yes for everything. But wait till it is spoiled today, whether you talk say no, you don't want to see the other person. We know say we move from consortium, we'll go for SCACO, we'll come to governing council, we went to caretaker committee, when you be go, and then finally we get government. And that government stemmed up from way to way we have with the consortium. Now they continue to go for a HOT today. As I don't tell you, I must know say no man of ever agree, even for inside one house. No man, all man of ever say yes. But what will be demanded for we as Ambassador will get independence. Now resilience and endurance we will get them. How will you get to stay far for talk say whether that put a do now wait or now wait, we must win. Again, when I do the example, the America where they did so. They want to get independent, they be killed. Now we be the little American fight, Washington. If we win, we win no battle for a very long time. But wait till we make and they win that one, I said they will be determined. Say even now waiting or waiting, a few people, only 1/3. That means if we take 3 to divide into 3, only that 1/2 out of 3, 2 that be there away, but one talks even now waiting or it happen, they will get independence. And they get independent, always they can't jump for here today. Now you say to a day for Ambazonia. People go always can't talk, say, no, they want to, they don't want to, but even I see the government where a result from ground zero to Sawe today for the achievement where the government don't do. But I will not say we'll go read for Osawe where they go. With the job paying Ambazonia, I say the strive will don't reach from Osawe will be start. Some people say government they get to be. Whether you say na government, or when you say na meeting for village, or whether you say na waiting, na see government, that's all. Now people where they lead people. You call a revolutionary council, na see government where they lead people. So a waiting will be start this fight. We get a stick. And today we'll get a waiting. AK. If someone tell you say we fail, tell them I say you be thief man. Because if you don't there for the revolution time, you be start for 2016. Or we get a palm tree or branches, we will there for stay with them. We come out the kind of play with war. And we don't get away to don't get and today. And we are progressing. The evolution they go ahead past how we begin to be. But we must know for our mind say, why would they go as a day? Would they fight with a vicious enemy? But I was sure but I say we don't win them palms down because for 4 years they are not able for poor. They will say that will take 2 weeks or 1 month. Crash will not get man for stand. But we don't prove they say that then there is find way for run but we know they can't tell where people say the revolution with the fight. We are winning bigly. Because even if so will be start. I know sir will day today. But I know say will win. Since coming from government, and you know get to the loop because in every situation operation when I look for that unit that will say the government. Are they fighting? Or they be focused do it with the relief once they do for take out to independence? I believe man will be in a way say not the fight for that government. They are concerned that for see to go with the do and an improvement and an winning strategy or the inside the way. So to very soon in the next week or whether this weekend introducing the president or a government organization more will give money county by county by LGA. Now the strategy will they put in place and we'll come together for make sure that we finish it we don't start. And I will beg everybody where it day for the revolution. Now they step the way they go help. But I'm not getting some people say, oh, no go get for they want a team. Always be there. As I fight a vicious enemy, we be bent at doing anything if you want to do. And I Republic the Cameroon. I would
downloading their system for fire now for divide so that a unified front fight like one man. He don't stay for long. Was supposed to have known this. And at the time the queue and I say that they used to our brothers for take and finish we. Some people they come for they don't believe we're gonna one day to show you people. So you must put your foot on ground strong. Now if far away now man and man they fight. Chicken hearted they fight, they can fight. To end all, any man where it tell us the I can find. When I feel tell here to like go fabricate receipt that can show when I they the work I do before the thing with that made we begin fight. It's meant to make fight so get to this so we
Almighty Father, Papa, now you love me so, and you know my name. I give you glory, Abba Father. You know me, you know my name. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. You know my name, oh Daddy, you know me, you know my name. I can see your hand in my life. Lord, I see your love upon me. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I turn around, now you are the view. I dey hear your voice in my heart. Lord, I feel your love over me. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I turn around, now you are the pillow. Abba Father, you know my name. Papa, you know me. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yeah, yeah. Jesus, your love, now oh. My master, your kindness, now wonder oh. Every time I look around, now you are the sea. Every time I turn around, now you are the view. Jesus, you said I be a picking no. Jesus, you said your love go cover me. Every time I look around, now you are the sea. Every time I look around, now you are the pillow. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, yeah, you know me, you know my name. Papa, you know my name, oh. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yeah, yeah. Yelele, yelele, yelele. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, you know me, you know yelele, 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 yelele. Oh, oh, Abba Father, you know me.
Televiewers, I want thank you for your patience. I apologize for that brief technical hiccups. We are back and we will continue with our topic. Or don't start with, you know, with time when we get this, we'll make sure say we get better with time, so we don't have this hiccup. We don't understand what happened, but thanks to Secretary Chris able for with the shortest of time, and we are pleased for be back. So we'll continue. I hope say Conrad Larry and Uncle B they don't be able to reconnect. You know, we talk how the revolution fashioning a new thing, but now how they be collaborate for the interest of Ambazonia, for the interest for the freedom quest. So now give us brief history. He be part of what be the happen. He talk from experience because me I will only talk from what you read or what some person tell me because I know the video they come Larry and Uncle P will be part of the experience. They don't give you some kind of insight from their experience for how faction is back in the day and how they collaborate regardless of their different ideology, different in approach. So it now Komela also explained for we say the faction when we get into the now for making our resolve because say anybody will go against an internationally mediated settlement for this conflict. If you ever interest of Amazonia, people they don't put their ambition, they don't put their personal desire them above the people's will, above the people's demand. So it's very obvious. We know if she done again, they come, they try for talk, they explain obvious things and when you don't show say any man don't show the revolution by now. We supposed to know who be who, we supposed to know what we want. Because I know for sure say if you the people's cause, if the people's voice is what is moving you for action, if the revolution, the form of Amazon is why you leave. Because some people around, you know, this whole revolution caught some people unaware. People they don't understand some action the way people they do. You should say we're not setting it way would they fight. Then we come with AMBA focus for assure you and for remind you say the freedom of Amazonia, the restoration of Southern Cameroon, the restoration of the independence of Southern Cameroon is why we are fighting, we are defending ourselves in our territory. So we must chase out the occupier by any means possible. We had a lot of challenges. We've had a lot of hiccups and distraction. But this hour, this moment, this time, now time for we for refocus, for we forget our point, our agenda, our focus back on why we started in the first place, why we must continue. Because we not get no other people no other option, no they will not get no another road, we not get no another destiny. There's no other destiny. We get for fight this with our lives, with everything that we have. We get for give it for the freedom of Amazonia. Because our generations to come must have a territory, a land on their own where they can live in freedom and in dignity. So all these things and when people don't say they must distract we. Now we will get for as the people where they know what they want and they know why they fight. For focus on what matters. Uncle B, I will come back for you. You been talk before we had that unfortunate technical incident. We are glad to say all of you are back and I hope you can hear me clearly. So Uncle B, no mind you see my audio a day ahead of my image. So just continue with this and tell us why now we must focus current faction made a day be for the independence collaborating, working together, and why we must concentrate and focus. Uncle Bay, may you continue. Thank you. I need to hear you. I don't know if your volume be okay. Uncle B, I know things I heard a word of it talk.
Lady Chris, are you hearing me?
Yes, Uncle, I get you clearly. Okay, I'm not sure why you feel here, Uncle B. I don't know where you will be able to hear you.
No.
Okay.
Can we?
Anyway,
Can we move on?
Secretary. Yes, we'll move on while Secretary Chris will be able for sort out in mic. I'm not sure why it might be day off. So, we already evaluate to feature conclude on this topic for we, so if you move on.
Yeah, my fellow Azambazonians, we apologize for the technical issues that we face on this evening. Notwithstanding, we have to manage the resources that we will get and the availability we will get now. Despite these disturbances, we'll just pray say it will be fixed. And if we not fix them, we'll still promise when I say we'll come back with this show again, because we have very important things that we will discuss on today. As I was saying, when we compare the past factions, people existing in factions, and the present, we could discover, those people who are existing as factions in the present, who have the idea, the way the people they be getting for past, where they be truly for this revolution, when I will see, they be able to collaborate. I don't quote una from some instances. If we look the list for the people where they did for Swiss, it is not only the interim government, it is not only Morris, it's not only Sokadev. Those people who are ready to move Ambazonians to Boya are already collaborating. The factions that are ready to move Ambazonia together, they have the ideas that the leaders in the past they began. Say our common enemy is La République du Cameroon. Despite our differences, we must forge every opportunity. We must exploit every opportunity that come our way that will take us a step forward. So, fellow Ambazonians, those that are against are not factions. They are distractors, enemies, agents of La République, trying to help La République divide us, plant hate among us, and destroy our revolution. I will still continue for quote and for Ambazonians. Say anybody where it did for this revolution and it present will get to Boya. Every opportunity where it come at our way, that person no go look back. He no go give judgment. He no go give analysis. Let me quote one example. When Dr. Ngumni in Nigeria, he began the opportunity for Southern Cameroons to sue Nigeria for Abuja High Court. He extended that hand to the SCNC led by Chief Ayamba. Everybody saw it as an opportunity to exploit, and everybody jumped on board. They fought it together. Today, they are talking about it. We are talking about the Abuja Declaration that says Nigeria does not have maritime boundary with La Republic of Cameroon. That is our favor. This was brought in by one faction. Others jumped in and fought for it. When they become out with Abuja Declaration, we did not get criticisms. People did not criticize. A did not say this, B did not say that. We did not hear criticisms. Secondly, the Banjul court case. When we came out with the rulings of the Banjul court case, there were no criticisms. People were not out condemning, using slangs to destroy and sabotage. When you people hear people condemning the Swiss talks, the idea that the interim government is fighting to take La Republique to ICC, those are not people who are for this revolution. Those who are for this revolution will embrace every step that is to help us move forward, even an inch. So, fellow Ambazonians, you have the eyes, you have the ears, you have the nose to smell danger, to see between bad and good, and to hear the truth and the wrong. It is up to every Ambazonian to make the right choice. We will always have differences. We will always have different strategies. But when you see somebody who is condemning achievements, that is not something of the past. It did not happen in the past. And if it is happening today, they are the agents of La Republique. They are not for this revolution. As I said it, I'm repeating it.
Let me add something.
Thank you, Larry.
Lady K, can
Yes,
you hear me? Let me
okay,
what you're saying.
yeah, you are very clear now. Thanks for coming back.
Yes.
I'll just round
Yes.
up with that and on what to Larry don't talk. We'll move on.
I wanted to add to what my friend Comrade was saying. By the we studied revolution, what we declare independence. They put a functioning government then. If we talk with La for inside La Republique, if you want to talk, it must be in La Republique. And it would before we ever talk. I wonder what day people that stand for independence. And they don't deny that premier when I was stay strong that the key was if the say will go enter will go with the Camtos and with the La Republique of Cameroon. Does it mean that we don't change our position which we will be stand for, say which we want in a federation, or do they think that going to La Republique and similar La Republique will independent for that inside its own house? Another premier I say we talk say who will they fight? One go at third party must they all we will agree say we go with third party. We don't struggle, so we don't get these switch talks. Where the whole world, it don't talk saying achievement and they don't support that talk. They tell me my way they talk to this, we will not go for that talk. Even that they think we'll be aggressive, we must get and we'll go ahead. So we don't do the whole world don't hear what cry, they can't agree to go there. And then people they start saying we'll not ever go there. They do everything for stop and say they don't even recognize. If they say that people they talk so that people they really want independent from Amazonia or not say they don't want them. These are the basic tenets we will be agreeing on. Whether they kill our people for. And you don't declare independence. They kill your people like what the fish or the move inside water. You talk and I say that one, wait till we go talk with that people that don't die go. Fellow Ambazonians, wait till the hell people for the one I always say, you must be determined. You must be focused for which way you want and hold your grounds. When you chicken out the plane to don't chicken out, all the destruction you don't take back for Ambazonia. All were people that don't die, that will go for nothing. Because waiting would they cry for this voice would make a hear and say, fellow Ambazonians. We try to say, what will we do for make us all we come together? What will we do for maintain the belief we want to start this thing a day for us and I think we want and this. And if some people that doesn't know or not want to one will go continue for stay that will allow people to Cameroon. Why you first start first and famous? Why you can't declare independent, they keep you come around, they lead the put inside water. But for Ambazonia people, as we continue to say, enemy will always be. Jesus will get enemy, but it say go behind me. So Jesus will be there for them, will be tempted for say me throw himself or die, may not heard it for. It will get behind me, you Satan. When I know say people that the Americans so they see causing that we be Satan, but would appeal to the conscience of Ambazonians. Say when I look my way, they talk on a true. And will not say we are people for ground zero, they know 100%. That's why they are vehemently supported the internal government in their 80-90%. But who will they for this? Why my country they will tell you noble will be doctor, there will be this and this. Will tell you they not hear my own. Then why would they complain about Pobia? If we talk say I know they go, I know if we go, even you lie, I know if you go, only me I must stay here. Then why are we complaining about Pobia? We will make or get the difference. My way they tell you say don't go there. And that voice is always very silent behind you. You know they shout plenty. They thought don't go there, don't go there. You know they make your voice heard. Listen to that voice. I would believe that that kind of voice would say one of the reasons why we must fight on what you will read boy. Okay, what do I for you?
Thank you, Uncle B. Yes. You know, they refer to don't talk so far. So this fight of course we'll start fight with the consciousness and the awareness, saying that the response. So define our destiny. We start to pursue our destiny. Nothing, no suppose for distract we. And we'll go look and say we don't move from stages to stages, from step to step. We don't come so far. We will not feel look back. We will not feel become distracted. We will not feel become discouraged. We will not tired. Any again one the enemy joke. You need to think about how I wanna be discouraged, whether I wanna be distracted, whether it is unionist or whether it be starting get. Don't mind all those ones that they parade for them. Then they them too say that they set them up now for failure. They set them up now for destruction. So don't mind all those and starting Cameroon when we see them and robbing the Republic. They will never be as if any of una wanna dey no say so long as you're African or you're even black, you no matter how they welcome you, no matter how they some attitude they go see you their home, they may no say you are not one of them. So we no fit begin so argue it, destroy we would there for the whole Amazonia, no road, no one solid nothing whatsoever. Even what they don't plan for many years. Destroy educational system, what legislative system, everything. Now whether this become well known to even 4-year-old Pekin, Amazonia, they know say they are. So now we for ensure we secure that restoration, that independence for the Pekin the way they don't believe in Amazonia. The mommy they don't lost their Pekin them in the course of this war. The mommy they don't lost property. The people their lives them. We don't the course of the war. So we not start make excuses now. We not be confused because we have our counties, we have our LGAs, we have our interim government. Leadership is well structured. It has its challenges, but that we are evolving, we are building, we are moving forward. And now, so for talk about our LGA and county structures, I'll come to you first, comrade Uncle B. You know, LGA and county don't be around now for a while. I would only see how it don't sustain the fight up till now. Also understand say some LGAs and some counties they are more busy and more organized than others. I want to use this opportunity now to ask you, Uncle B, say, wait till you think say be the importance for this LGA and county structures them, forgive them, and why you think say all Southern Cameroonians and Ambazonians must identify, participate, and contribute to their LGA or an county?
Yeah, thank you, Lady K. I hope you give me some little bit of time to say something on this. If you call me and you will fight. But I want to give me some little bit of time. I want first of all define the premise where they just say county that county, it will call tribalism or not supposed to welcome on a bad thing. It just be say will be wicked to ourselves and blind to realities. We will do for the Weimar country. If you look around you, now so the structure from county to the level you want before to the states, now so it is. We will there for Cameroon. We see there with Cameroon at the time. Tell me somewhere where they be told say they want to create subdivision for the area 89. Sometimes now we be the right later say we need a subdivision, we need a subdivision. And when they created it was a wonderful celebration. And the reason I say wait, they create they call say bottom up politics and not up to bottom politics. Make empower the people when they do their thing with the one doer for themselves. They will be accountable for themselves. They will know what to do, manage their resources. For the play with them county for here county they get police. National government no even know. They get independent from they get that just as we get we are fighters, we are restoration forces for all our LGAs or our counties. That's what they did for the Weimar country. And there is some man they talk say no fine. Forget county by county. Even we say that man not get some kind of hardware no fine. That country we did a Weimar country no that's what it did. Time we did for Cameroon no that's what it be did. Some man be don't come out and say no, I know why me subdivision where they call tribalism. No man no be ever do so. And any man where they fight against the idea say you feel organize yourself. When I decide when I attend them, make the official way they give for one to be accountable for one. Ask that person say the irony in it, my sister fellow Ambazonian, and I say themselves they say the restoration forces. They are not at the same place or they are not centralized. That's what they get it for. So what they get for Libyans, or what they did for Kugwes, or what they did for why don't they keep it at the same place? That is what is called you draw a structure where it will get people to take care of themselves. When the interim government, this interim will come out to this place. If you realize that the best way for women and minister ourselves, not the centralizers that would run away from the public, but would take the administration close to the people. But they know how they could do that. They let their official will be answerable to them. So that if they do so, they go hold them, not to say, oh, somebody don't come out for you, and they can't talk saying that this, or somebody can't give me this. When I do it, when I say self, that's the reason why they be make county by county or LGA by LGA. And it's been this life-sustaining wire for the revolution. In my LGA, if I tell you how much we put in for what, it doesn't mean that we'll not get challenges. Just I will get challenges for any other 20 day in life. Challenges to still day for our LGA. But then, if you want a decentralized system, the LGA and LGA are here to teach us how to manage our affairs, how to manage our resources. Okay, in those days, they be used to shout, say, why the people that come and go yonder, they go say, why will the slave outside for pension, all of that kind of thing, it be fine. Normally, it not be fine. That's why even La Republic Cameroon said it was a decentralization. And the way we hear where all people they are practicing decentralization, they say no, it was going to cause tribalism. All the county or let's say village community meeting they make every day for end of year, the cultural week. Every village they do it for celebrate or plan for their development. If we don't call tribalism, are there for more Jikwa County, Jikwa LGA, we call LGA. They will go come out the fights and they say they call tribalism. So I want to tell them, as someone I know, say it's a mechanism put in place for make and say more will organize ourselves, more continue for the fight, more continue for do what you want they do. If we not understand that, for to say LGA and LGA, nothing has ever happened inside the revolution like LGA and LGA. And now our Restoration Council has each member from LGA, just the same as they get parliamentarian them. where they come out here go for parliamentarian. It's in a way to that we see participatory democracy. Say any man one make decision, may a person or day it will talk for you. Brothers and sisters from Bazonia. Any man will come for tell you say LGA and LGA not fine. And you tell you say you be not taught on this, the come south west maybe for your village or for your own area. Or without them scrape the divisional area for your own area. Why are we instituting the same system but naming it different? Something we embrace and we're happy with it. And yet some people say, no, don't do it. So what are they proposing? Say me all my go be now for Boya, then everything in the whole country should be from Boya. It's ridiculous and very ridiculous. Say, if some people they see talk, say they know what, and some way they see follow them. Let's say that it talks until it be good. Without what the follow so will know, or the follow so no, it's a thing that bothers me a lot. So fellow Ambazonians, my way they talk say you not be right for take decision for yourself, for no way to be fine for you, and for do things fine for you. That person normally is not your friend, it's an enemy to you. I raise my case for Larry.
Thank you, Uncle B, for the keeping it brief. I was getting concerned as you were keeping it brief. You know, Corey Larry, if you there for that, if you hear me, and you feel
Yeah,
add
I'm here.
small on, LGA and county, for it
Yeah,
way
and
Uncle B don't already talk about.
yeah. To add to what Uncle B talk, anybody where they condemn the structures of the LGAs and the counties and the prisons, because the lowest arm of our government, as was adopted on the 30th of September 2001 under the leadership of Dr. Luma. Pandangam is still alive. If we be hear some background audio, he did not call his name, but I just imagine say it might be was him. Where it tried for quote Pa Henry Nya for Cow Street, that they were the people that adopted this LGA by LGA, county by county, precinct by precinct, and then the national flag, the anthem at the time that we have changed it to this one presently, that person is a hypocrite. I don't hear people, they don't come out, they talk, say, Namia introduced LGA by LGA, county by county. And where they don't even know where this thing came about. They don't even know where the town, the city, and the leader that sat and came out with this administrative structure. They are out here on social media singing choirs everywhere. Namia bring county by county, LGA by LGA. Fellow Ambazonians, we should not be deceived by these distractors implanted in our revolution by La République du Cameroon. I think enough literature, it don't go out there. For any true Ambazonian, for see between the wrong and the right, who are truly for our restoration quest and who are those against. Fellow Ambazonians, this LGA by LGA thing, anybody where they call us a tribalism, when they be conceived this idea, one of the major achievements where they be to overachieve them at this point in time, where we are still fighting for a restoration, is that when you go for your own LGA, you will be able to talk in simple words and in your own dialect, convince people, then create prisons. Like let me take, for instance, my own LGA where I come from, it get 22 villages. You create 22 villages, every village get a prison. By the time when you go some 10 people per prison for 22 villages, you go make up 210 people from that LGA. And then when you go to county, where you get like my county, where you get 5 LGA, you go multiply 200 times 5, you will be able to bring out 1,000 people from that county. So this LGA was a means of mobilization and sensitization and then organization, and then raise fund to push the revolution forward. Fellow Ambazonian, anybody who is against this system of administration, using this particular instance that we are still fighting for the restoration, tell that person, say you are wrong. Anybody who comes to you and claim, say it be the creator for LGA by LGA, tell that person you are wrong. Fellow Ambazonian, let everyone identify yourself with your LGA and then your county. Secondly, we will see what the way LGA by LGA don't do. When there was a central coffers with treasury where ex-president Seseko and they put her in place, with the here say one may be a treasurer, may be a female, the financial secretary may be a Tabenyang Brado. When money was going to one treasury, there was noise everywhere on ground zero. We no get granite, we no the chop, we no get injury, sticks there no day. Since where the present president, Samuel Sako Ekome, he give powers to the grassroots and to the LGA for management, can we not here accept that he don't reduce that cry? Say we no get granite, we no get stick, we no get chop. Now who fit talk say giving powers to the LGAs and to the county has not reduced that cry? Secondly, when they go for national fundraising, when they will call say my trip to Boyawe bring problem inside the revolution can't reach today. The whole nation was capable of raising just $800 and something thousand. But I can testify to Ambazonians that only my LGA alone in 2019 raised $100,000. And if there are 61 LGAs in Ambazonia, it means in 2019, they spent close to $6.something million. So you say raising funds by the LGA is more easier than raising funds as a national. So those who are trying to destroy the internal government thinking that they are not raising funds, let me assure Ambazonians, the level at which we are raising funds now in this revolution is 10 times more than how we did during my trip to Boya. But there is no cry because the LGAs are raising the money and using it in their LGA and giving account to the people of their LGA. That's why we don't hear cry. But 10 times money raised during my trip to Boya. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Komilari. Yes. You and B don't really stretch. So, Uncle B, you get anything to add to that particular subject?
Yes, very well. I get a few things to throw out there. Maybe they will escape my memory. Larry, don't make it come to my mind. Which I want to when I say a centralized system, the way we are brought they thought say LGA or county by county and the worst thing. They don't see where to even happen for one money will make for them and treat to boy. Now one man with treasurer and secretary will keep that money. With the Belgian I say can't give a report for what it happen. Any agree come. They don't make they can't give a report for the make no, they don't come. But if because it go now for one man, now one man do not say the money to go out or they come. Yes, they don't talk say now ye be the temporary money to go or to come. Sako no be touched, no 1 franc for all of that money. If somebody talking that Sako doing that man not get sense for your head. So if they be sending money for one hand, when they cry today, just allow they don't talk. My own LG or don't contribute is more than 50, 60,000. Just imagine say if by that time the make so think that can say grassroots politics and how the money come up. You come on and say we also get our LGA. We not say now we get a 19 village for our LGA. We move coordinator from each village. When that coordinator will form a central committee where they say, okay, you go talk to people. One day they gather that money, and for each by village they pay them. We were able to organize and to reach out to everybody. That's why we get that kind of money. But if someone allow to say money no come with the revolution, that means you don't blind. You don't know what you talk. And when the internal government come in, He realized, say, it may be that system for me, one man they contribute money and not fine. I'm going to begin to government doing embezzle money. The best thing I say, send up for the people that do and the SSF. Now we know say it get people at heart. He know what to do. You know, coming up, oh, they say you don't charge 2 million. They don't, that money was $8,013 where they be raised them. Calculated to whether I'm even if he not even 1/10 of. So what they are the talk for here, and I say, if any person will come here, they try for discourage what they do here. Interim government is a government. They know what is good for the people, and for they're speaking for the people. For no say no, for take the money, go with one man they do, and so we make a body. Make they put the keep the money. Don't want man not keep the money. That's why when they make audit, they bring representation from all the 13 counties. They can make audit. That's how you decentralize government. People that know say we are involved. That's what is meant by government. And not an individual who will say somewhere and send people here, an individual. And some ambassadors are buying it today where my problem is. I think I yield my time, my lady. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Uncle B. You know, when I don't explain things where all man already, most people know. Because at the for the point in time, so I say, if person still there the doubt where we are in this revolution, who be who for the revolution, then are their choice. You know, I know for sure I say, if person no fit understand something, if person no fit understand certain situation them. Now one be for that position, or they are just really ignorant, because you know if you understand say all the facts, all the evidence there for us, and then some people they still don't bend on made up stories, on story the way they know the add up. So it is left to Amazonians, because now so and like I focus my energy for people that want to know say they are focused, they know what they want, because when you know 2 in 1, no man no go can tell you some inconsistent stories, half story, of obvious lies. Then you go just take them, carry emotion, add and then start the insult or the talk to people they anyhow, because you feel say. So no, we'll get to go past this stage. We are focused now, we are focused for the price. The price is our restoration. And we get to do everything within our capacity, everything within our ability. Because some of us, this is our life. This is why we were born. We took us a little while to discover it, but now we know. So we no go get time for the confused, for the get involved in petty talk, small debate them, try for explain for person wey don't decide not to understand, because there are some people who are genuinely confused. We know, we will explain to you. Now why not will take time for AMBA focus, for break down some things, for explain some of these things over and over again, so that for people the way their heart and their desire is to contribute and to see a free Amazonia, they go understand say twisted information. People are doing some things, the things the way they look and say they confuse them for their personal interest. They don't put their personal ambition, they don't put their tribalistic tendencies, their primitive tendencies in front for the interest of Amazonia. Some people have refused to think. They don't refuse to
Lady
think
K.
beyond noise,
Lady K.
beyond la Republic noise. So
Lady K.
we get for yes.
How can I throw you use a word that catches my attention? Say twisted information. I want to say 1 or 2 things with that word twisted information to elaborate on that. I might cover to do that, lady.
Yes, you are. You are.
If you say twisted information, I want to say 2 aspects when I twisted information. Last 1 or 2 weeks, we see Mr. Rock. He become a brandish receipt on Facebook for a program. They talk say now receipt that way where president will go sleep somewhere with some person. When I look that receipt, either he was blind and they don't know what was. That's what we call twisted information. If you look for that receipt, they did it in February 11, 2018. I want to exemplify what to me by twisted information. I will be making so put agree. So, oh, he has said that, he has said this. Look at that. There's no word like that in American vocabulary. Took him from a hotel as they say he did. They don't ever write day first before month. The rest is February 11, 2018. And at that time, Sako was no president. It doesn't as Sako the worker used that card. Sako was no president. Tell me how Sako was a president by that 11 February 2018 when he was not. Sako came around May or between April and May. And the somebody is showing you a receipt that man used ambassador card in February when the man was no president. That's what I mean by twisted information. Number two, Ebi Brandish bank say I'm a journalist. I just got it from the bank. Awame were ordered and not put a day for America. There's no way in life. I wanted to show that any of you show power, if you see them, you read and say that it don't flash and flash. Well, you cannot read. But I told him I got a smart friend had to screenshot when he was showing that thing. They were able to realize this. They let me tell my day for America. I tell you, say somebody can go to a bank and get somebody, no matter who or who you are, they can never give you that statement to you. First of all, even if you don't take money, anything, they can never disclose somebody information. They went twisting it for the country. Okay, see, I just got it from the bank. Is there somebody using money? I want me to put a day from where they out of America, where they did ground. Somebody will say you can never do that in America. You cannot. If you do that, prison tell you get a no too. But someone will twist that information and show when somebody say, hey, it don't show receipt. Read the receipt. Is that receipt valid? I don't want to throw light on that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I also will round up on this aspect and say, Amazonians, we need to open our mind. We don't come of age, no. We don't see kind in them. No man of showing you thing for the revolution again. Even now, it's like the thing la Republic don't do. We know Amazonian no fit showing you thing because we don't see it all. We're supposed to know ourselves. We're supposed to be critical thinkers. We're supposed to ask question, ask, person they can't talk. What is their aim? What is their objective? What are they trying to achieve? What's their purpose for that communication? Why would they come and make a whole talk about, a receipt some history where at the moment go even contribute for a revolution. We are only taking this time for break down this thing because from next week we are moving ahead. We are moving forward with our discourse in this Amazonian. So one also take it out from ground zero the way they don't write to us because I get a lot of messages. I'm confused. I don't understand what is going on. All this infighting. There is no infighting. What I call infighting, if it's some county chair, the fighting as another county chair, that's what I call infighting. If what I call infighting is when they say Vice President Abongwa is quarreling with security chief. Now, what I call infighting, that there is no infighting in Amazonia. The interim government is focused, is strengthening the county structure, is looking every way to empower the county and the LGA, the defense organization, the administrative structures. For CC will move on with this revolution. So there is no infighting. Anybody who is looking at infighting, then you are not. I don't know where your focus is in this revolution. Because if you are looking at Amazonia and you have any interest and of any good to this Amazonia, you will be very focused. There is avenue for contribution. There is avenue for input in this revolution. So we don't get no excuse. No Amazonia don't get no excuse for she done. They say, I know it's going to contribute more money because they over infighting. That one is an excuse. Oh, I know. Trust me, all the leader there, all the Mebelek say there is no leader them. We have leaders. We have a leader in this revolution. So no, all that kind of talk them. Now talk for people with the surrendering attitude. People that don't believe, because when you believe, you are convinced, and you have good and in your mind for Amazonia. For say we move forward, we march on, we press on to the goal. You got to have constructive contribution, and for all on I don't reach out to me because I talk because I don't receive up to hundreds and hundreds of messages and calls from some Amazonian then with these questions and with this query where someone tell me, you don't just yet to where some activists talk the platform all the over infighting. I think I say how we worry ourselves about infighting. If you are busy in this revolution making sure there is progress, you're not gonna notice all these distractors then. I say me and for years so I am concerned about the community that La Republic has infiltrated. I am concerned about the restoration fighters and way they don't be they don't be displaced because the community are not working with them. And if we are the concern about our refugees, are the concern about internally displaced, are the concern about the prisoners. Which time I will get and forgo the years until when the activities talk when no get no new idea, no get no contribution, no new solution for any challenges we will face after the revolution. Then I will go to waste my time listening. Now the way to get that time. Please, me person no call me again, ask me about infighting because as far as I'm concerned, there is no infighting. But it's on two county chair that the fight our year. It's on two LGA taking the fight. That is what I consider as infighting. But so far, I don't know of any that is fighting. They are working together, they disagree in their meetings, they agree and they move forward. So we must remain focused, we must contribute and participate. Now I don't mention about our restoration forces and ground zero because now we want to talk more about them. I know we give for talk about
I go beg some 1 minute. Ma add something for thing we talk about infighting. Do I have the room? Yeah.
Yes, go on.
I think say many Ambazonians are listening to us and will feel say anybody will get this message, make it tell a friend, a brother, or a sister. When somebody come up online, they hold a La Republic passport like this, it tell you, say, this is my passport. I am not for separation. I am for one Cameroon. And then you, when you come, can't call people, they talk, say there is infighting, including this person who show you a passport for up. Say, this is my passport. I am for one Cameroon. And you don't have any place where these people this person be done withdraw from that statement. And you come up, you tell me, say, I am fighting with that person for the restoration of the independence of Southern Cameroon. Is that for real? Are we honest?
Absolutely not.
Number two.
Exactly.
Somebody, they call a general on the ground. It tell a general for lay down his arm. And then you come tell me, say, I am fighting for that person about taking Ambazonia to Boya. Are we for real?
Where?
Are we honest? Then the same person will come online and declare categorically clear, fellow Ambazonians, I am not an activist, I am not a journalist, I am for propaganda. Let me read the definition of propaganda. The word propaganda is often used in a negative sense, especially for politicians who make false claims. What we're highlighting here is negative and then false claim. Somebody can tell you, say, it's enough for propaganda. And propaganda is about negative things and false claim. And then you can tell me, say, I am fighting for that person and that person is a member of this revolution. Are we for real? Wow. Are we honest? Do we really know the meaning of the word infighting? How can you tell me that I am fighting with somebody who does not belong in my cause? Somebody has made it categorically clear, proving beyond every reasonable doubt that I don't belong to this revolution. I am not an activist. I am not a journalist. I am a propagandist. And propaganda is all about false claim. And then you call me, tell me, say, there is infighting between me and that person. That same person where you hear in mouth on audio telling a soldier for lay down his arms, it tell you, say, one thing you go boy. Are we for real? Fellow Ambazonians, one of the most important things where God, he don't do it for this revolution. When we keep for talk, say God, this revolution is God's ordained. Some people don't know the meaning, and some people they need to see God a hand inside this revolution. God, he don't open all our distractions for us to see. Sometimes,
Absolutely.
God don't open all our enablers. They must do something where we will see them as enablers. But we have refused to take them for what they define themselves.
Thank you, Comrade Larry. I don't know if we break and down the way we don't do them, because that was just excellent example. Let people they don't show themselves. Now why the talk say we don't see ourselves by now. We're supposed to know ourselves. It doesn't mean say all thing where all man they do for the revolution will be celebrate. But we don't reach to a point where we know say our enemy, anything where it look like an enemy is an enemy, and then you go take time for one understand whether na which kind enemy, na serious enemy or no serious. Before you want know, na just hey Amazonians, we have to sit up. We get for wake up and focus. We know get because work at the distract ourselves. When people they don't show you who they want, like how we Larry don't illustrate them for here now so. And then we see confused. We have to be honest to ourselves and face La Republic and and all our enemy in all forms, in all category. And it's by focusing on the goal and doing what we must do. What we must do is participating. Start. There is always somewhere to start participating with your LGA, your county. Take part of it. Write to us on ABC. Write on my Facebook page. If you don't know how to join your county, write to us on ABC. And I would just want to quickly brush on discipline, on some security and detailing. And what I mean by this activity, I want to go into it in more detail for our next show next week. But we'll just touch small technique the way La Republic they use and they infiltrate our people, they get our people and they slaughter our people as they like. There's so much for me to talk about that. I would like to say next week we will come earlier, maybe earlier or in time, and then we'll be able to detailedly go into some of these issues. For example, La Republic they go for our comrades then for when they don't arrest them, they get prison. The one day they get a telephone number and they go find out which one they communicate. They go go charge their environment. This is one way don't happen much recently. They go take their phone, go charge the phone, keep them. Then they go to read all the message where they come for that prisoner a phone, prisoner of war. They go to look a phone. They go to get all the messages, they gather all the intelligence them. So if you write or talk to anybody in contact where they for prison, 1 or 2 times you no get a response. Wait. And when I even find a coded language where no other person fit understand. Now why now if you do your LGA, then your county, use your local dialect. If they like, they go find person, but use your coded language. Because when I get communications with anybody for prison, they seize their phone or they go take their phone them, keep them, they collect information. Then any fighter, they communicate with them, they go kill, they just go kill our people. So we get to be very, very discreet, very, very how do I explain them? Technical, we get to be wise, we get to sharp the way we communicate with each other, especially the one in our people on ground zero. So they get to be very sharp, especially when you are discussing anything about the revolution. Because now what they do now, so that they catch person in phone for one end, they she don't watch all the messages that they come from all other comrade them from that person from ground zero, and then they target them, they kill them. So or they go arrest them, and some of them they take them to unknown places where we don't know. So therefore, I always warn. So whether you been a wait federalist or you been a unionist or you are independentist, I want call and we know say we are restoring our statehood. So you just get to be part for the fight and you get to be conscious all the time. Say La Republic see you as an enemy. If you like, you call yourself it. If you like, you help them for infiltrate our people. If you like, you are a Southern Cameroonian and you're Amazonian and you are helping La Republic for infiltrate our people. No say your own day to the camp. The Republic is not a friend of a Southern Cameroonian. From from the beginning of time. So if you don't know today. So for all now one that make like say the war no concern you, it no concern your family. Just not pack your bag peacefully, go stay you for La Republic, because so long as you're in AMBA and you're studying Cameroon, whether you go stay for La Republic or not, they will still treat you as an enemy. They will never welcome you in their house. So some of these examples, but I want us to talk about it in much detail next week. So Comrade Larry, just quickly, give short briefing or any short message people on ground zero or even those on diaspora. I mean, they pass on the message. How are people going to take care of their security and their environment around them? Comrade Larry, over to you.
Yeah, to all our restoration forces on the ground. First, let me start with our restoration forces. Today was a bad day for us in Bafut. And they like Le Bielen, they put some smile on our face. What we have always tried to tell our forces on the ground is that this war is a guerrilla warfare. When the pressure high, una back up. When una think say una fit stand, una stand. Ma tell our restoration forces one formula where La Republique get them. La Republique believes say when he hurt you, if you withdraw, you go roam around. And then when you go roam around, you go grow weak. It comes for your skin. We plead with all restoration forces. Say we not depressurize any camp or any soldier for go fight in an environment that is not safe. We carry so much tears when we lost a soldier like the one we lost in Bafut today. We dey overcry when we see our soldier lying on the ground. And we dey insist for you say we not force any soldier for face a situation where it be so high. Rather, we talk for all our soldiers for retreat when the pressure is too much. Them too are human beings. When they can't carry that thing, sun hit them, rain fall on top them, too go tire. So when they enter, una to retrieve, go take fresh air under tree, wash skin for fresh water. When they go come waka, them too go grow weak. That time una come. Una not come up for that time where pressure is high with the back una. We appreciate the wonderful sacrifice we una the make am, and we pray for una safety. And we will not help we for help una for una safety. For our civilian population, one thing where I want to talk for all civilians all over Amazonia, that say, me they know the reason why we fight this war. In the case I feel go give me some short time, I just finish this point. I think say Amazonia, they never really know the reason why we fight this war. This is the 21st century. I don't think so we'll carry on for leave our own people, people they call and say people who are always going in for ready-made. When apartheid be finished for South Africa, let me talk say 11 February 1990, when Nelson Mandela was released. Between 1990 and reach today, there are more than 50,000 Ambazonians in South Africa. It means with the wait, say me some people they fight, fix them. Then me we go there. Me every Ambazonian take a phone, it go Rwanda. Now country where it come out from civil war just 25 years ago. When I look Rwanda inside, very soon Ambazonia will start flying to Rwanda. It means we cannot fix our own. So other people they come with the always will go for which way they don't fix them. We see the number of people that have died in the forest in South America, in Panama, Guatemala, and so on, Colombia. So when they drown for ocean, only in the struggle to come for America. These are people that fought wars. If you come for America, there are so many graveyards everywhere. It is not an earthquake that occurred in America. These are people that gave their life for war. For fix them. Today they don't fix them. All we do want rush come for day. It means say our own generation go be the only generation where they go for what is already made good. It means we cannot fix it for some other people to come and benefit and learn from us. This one they go for those people where they think say they will stand on the fence. This generation is not such a generation that will always go in for ready-made. When some people they fight, very soon when I was here Rwanda, because all man is here where the country to grow. That was what happened to South Africa. When they were fighting apartheid, they were dying. Nobody saw it. That is the same thing in America. Here we are being insulted every day as refugees, immigrants. Whether you get American citizen, you get British citizen, you get German citizen, you are not a German. You are not a British. You are not an American. You are a Southern Cameroonian. We need to prepare a home where we do go reach for the, we call ourselves, this is our home. We get some integrity and respect in our own home. That is the reason why we are fighting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Uncle Comrade Larry. Uncle B, you get anything to add for
Yes,
our because now
obviously.
one just touch small on especially our ground
And,
zero security and and revolutionary discipline. One bring into their consciousness say the enemy is brutal, is cruel, is extremely wicked. Them. We want also bring to our people awareness. Say they get for be of this consciousness because they get for know who the enemy is. They get for know the enemy in their midst. We know say these people they don't infiltrate our system. They don't create bilingual school. So we know say we get a lot of them when they don't can learn our culture. They don't learn one language. They don't learn one way of life. And so La Republic use them now for find all our construct our backside and for deal with our people now, so they don't create vigilante group there in our communities, and our community they use our community boys the way they don't give them small 50,000. And no, for example, the one for up 3 corners Ekumbe, they don't create a vigilante group that they terrorize civilian and AMBA boys. Now civilian now they feel exhausted. So now we see you get for make people them our young boys the way they, especially the one they La Republic, they recruit them now into their vigilante group. We don't know whether they join now by choice or now by force or now by that small change that they give them. So how you get to inform or educate our people on the ground, me they know, and those that they watch, we had a few communicating message. But say we want people don't be aware, say La Republic no get no interest for them. They only do it they do now for maintain control. For keep hold of our territory. You know, they're not getting they get them from us. Not because they care about us, because they care about us, we're not for the day for years, so they're not for change the 1972 federation. If we give us our autonomy to manage our territory, control our police force,
were you supposed
our
to
government.
to me?
Yes, I pass over to you.
Am I next in command to carry it? Okay, let me say this. Thank you. Let me say this. What I want to say here is, I'm glad for wait away, Larry, don't talk and wait till you talk. The first thing I want to make our people to understand, our fighters to understand is this. Now, one of the reasons why they will create the LGA, they will create the LGA because for the military, it does infiltration. So different people that can't lie, say one fight, the way you kind of key way. That's why they will create the LGA, because when you get a force, it's so that the people that know themselves. So that if any man they want to come in, they're gonna know, say, who are you? Because they know themselves. They can know who is coming in as an infiltrator.
They can handle it because you know everybody in that community, and they abide. They get no see the population that their first line of defense. Now, population defend them. If they make population a vex for them, they will lead them for some way than they, and they know get better. But they say, use the first thing to make your first line of information, so that if they be happy with you, it go hard before the fee can reach you. Me, I thought wait till it happened for my LGA. They be go there someday that some boy that go to say they go find some boy. Unfortunately, in the community, some man must always crack. They react this one say you know the man. They say no, they don't know that person. As they talk, so they take that person, they go with them. They ask the next one, they find them and they say no, they don't know that person. They go for the next one, you know that. They go meet them somehow, you know, be too fine. He said yes, I know. They turn back, they shoot that way they be there for their back. So that means they be hide AMBA, they be no say they. You see why that put the one I told and I said, you know why they be denying? Say they don't know ye. Because now the first line of defense was fighting them, say now the first people that get to defend them now than that. An example where that trip where they be taken, they say they don't know them. But unfortunately, it be crack. So much so that one make and say the first thing what people that know I say they will create LGAs for make and say any man way they come in like a stranger, they will be able to know who is a stranger and to identify who is coming from where and how what are you coming for. And if you are misbehaving, they will handle you themselves. Number two, and I say, how do you justify? I mean, we are fighting them and people where they call them for you give the information. How do you look at somebody who is celebrating, say a general don't die? If not you, what do you for do? If for the glasses they celebrate, you don't die. So how do you expect a general is calling somebody and that somebody dies and the people are celebrating say a general is dead? They ask the celebrate, not be demand the fight for this revolution. The white man would be glad they happy say they killed a general. Tell me how we tell me say some man dey for over here. And they thought say they made a kill a general. If they see him, made a shoot and made a kill him. Or if he see Pobia and that person that will kill him, as they said, he must say, if that man not be defied, as he saw the revolution, and if the people say they will kill that man, equally they will kill you. So what I'm saying here to our fighter is that your relationship with your population and your relationship with my way the city they told me to go kill another general or general died that they celebrate why that general died or that they plot for go kill a general. It will be your turn tomorrow. And the one thing I be told a long time ago now say they must not say this thing where they told say the restoration forces. There's no way to be happen time we cool become over. They will kill almost all of now where they be no say they be get idea for that coup. They kill all of them. Me and you the same way people will fight so. Now do or die. Not easy if this infinite tomorrow go to me for liability to Cameroon that can say, hey, you were fighting. I trust me, none of us no believe. No, they will feel it all any way. I fight. Don't think that you don't fight. We don't can slave
Hello,
for life.
Komari.
And they slave.
Yeah.
Now you
Akubi is back.
don't put your paper at the right. But collaborator next week, we will take us serious. May God bless you.
Thank you, Uncle B. You be break for some point. I don't know, just your last 1 minute. You feel repeat where you be talk because you were breaking for a short while.
Yeah, what I was saying is that actually, at the time where we have been talking about the say the first line of defense of the population we deal with them. At the time they say they'll let defense force them. If you hear say somebody glad at the killed a general, you believe say that person stand up for the revolution. If you see somebody talk say made a see general made a kill him, you believe that as I say, the man for the revolution. Because all you generals are here to fight for our independence. At the end, somebody to say go kill this one. Is he promoting the revolution or he's killing you? And it may be your turn tomorrow. That somebody will send you to come and kill you. Then I will give a live example. Say when I know what will happen time we could come up with Cameroon for 1984. They be key all my way, be they not do it. If they get ideas, say something happen. They be talk get ideas, say that cool. If we take part for that cool. Now the thing will happen for we Ambazonians. It will fail. Not begin to say they want to also they don't go lay down. I swear to God, me tell you, they will finish them all. Because probably you know say if you don't get that idea for fight, if you don't get that idea for fight, and that idea will always be there. So for eliminate that idea, when they finish anyway, we don't get that kind of idea, so that enough we bring that idea up someday again. Now, one thing we get to bear in mind now for now. Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll prepare for close for today because we will definitely go more into more detail because this is more the most important part, and we will also share some community strategies there for all our people at ground zero. And I think we will talk about that first because most of our people at ground zero they do sleep early. So I want to talk for that part where you mentioned and say any man where they go, any fighter where they go lay down a arm, because I know some of them watch this later. Any fighter where they go lay down a arm, go for now. When they call that place over men like they go hand over their arm, they say they don't repent as from being AMBA fighter. Your name na die. If they don't kill you today, they will tomorrow. As Uncle B talk, as soon as La Republic is brutal, they don't care. They don't first of all get no value. The way they don't treat we over the years for the past 60 years, it don't show so they don't get no regard, no value for us. So if you don't get that idea as a fighter, as to fight against La Republic oppression and annexation of Ambazonia, then you go look up again now, go submit to La Republic, go give up your arm. You say you don't give up your fighting will because that's what happened. When you lay down your arm, when you start to become a spy for La Republic, when you become an informer for La Republic, it means you don't give up your fighting will. You don't give up your opportunity, life of dignity. When you come to that position, they will use you and abandon you. So they will not only abandon you, they will, especially if you've been a fighter, you will be killed or the other. So that brings maybe next week I will come in here. We'll bring you many examples for a situation where La Republic don't use an abandon or kill a Southern Caribbean. If you not think say they get any interest now, why are they call on everybody on ground diaspora? That one when they go to see that one a thing and the confusion around Thailand or the infighting. Whether you like it or not, this fight will affect your life. If it's affecting your life, it will affect somebody close to you, your family, and the generation to come. So it's either you prepare now and see that we end this thing for once and for all, or you will live to pay dear tomorrow. So and everybody we there for all our civilians. In fact, they have been brilliant. They have been brilliant. Not only we not say few confused one in the inside of ground zero, but our civilian population and our fighters on ground zero has been extraordinary, and we applaud their hands. I mean, they are so determined, they are so focused. You know, they fuel with black leg and distraction. They even handle so much better than diaspora. So really, thank you all. We'll all keep this life. We'll all keep living. And I will take this opportunity for thank Larry and Uncle B. Come to you, Conrad, if you can hear me. If your final word for it as we the show.
Yeah, thank you, Lady Casey. As my round up, I want to talk for all our restoration forces. And let me start with the enablers and the privileged slaves in Yaoundé who call themselves elites of Ambazonia. We would already deny them, say they are not our elite. All enablers, those who think that they can use our revolution to please La Republique in order to gain favor. I want to talk for every enabler for this Ambazonian revolution. Say, je vais m'endoser et BUC RTV for sing only praises for Chantal Bia and Paul Bia. He sing all can choir for please Paul Bia yet ide konenge. Marafa Amidou Yaya where it thief all elections for Frundi, again for Paul Biya, for police for Biya, ide Kunenge. Polycarp Aba, where it be Paul Biya a national treasury for 18 years, come be Minister of Finance, ide Kunenge. Fonjin Dam for Santa, when I dem be king for CPDM, for Northern Zone of Ambazonia, ide Kunenge. Ephraim Enoni, ide Kunenge. The man for Fecom, where they call us who they de Kunenge. Atangana Mebara, where they call us son of the soil for Yaoundé, ide Kunenge. When I see people trying to think that they will destroy our revolution,
Ekema Patrick.
Yeah.
Iturongo.
So when I see people who are like pretending to us that they want to please La République, I just feel sorry for them because they don't lost something inside their memory. I want to see someone yesterday and I say, Nambere, the Clemisa Prado, the show how we want to go chop fish. I just look myself and say, down for man for take your sense, me take all your power. Because that one a cock na calabash, no water, no the inside. Because if you be think only 1 second for to make that noise, there is just all the way they come for social media with Yannick Kawakawa, there is just confine them, just the maker, they just walk around. If any of them hit his chest, make him leave La République. If they know say they are not under the confinement of La République, me they leave La République. And to all the enablers that are against our struggle, you will end up, La République will end up disgracing all of you, because all those who have worked to satisfy the government of La République, I'm not talking about Paul Biya, the government of La République, that is the government put in place by France. Because after Biya and France goes to put another government, those who are working to satisfy that government in Yaoundé, you end up as a disgrace. The Casey, they say here where they hear, they need to talk plenty. Soldier way it thinks say it go lay down in arms, fellow Ambazonians. Please. We don't talk say me, you not go enjoy your life as we see Nambere. The only thing I never see and I say put key for the motor driver. They go park the motor for some place, they say me go act me, go act them. If you see them, if find you for go die, go die. Because that one that Calabash, they just keep us on there, they just pick stone throw until it just broke.
Absolutely.
Yeah. To our enablers, okay, your days are numbered in La République. Thank you so much, Lady Casey.
Thank you. Uncle B, I'll finally to you your round-up statement for today. Then we'll come next week in more detail for talk about ground zero, security, and communication. Thank you. Uncle B, over to you.
Lady Casey, can I say one last thing before Uncle B come in? Just go
ahead.
Okay, Uncle B, 1 second. Let's come to Larry finish.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Let me advise every Ambazonian. If somebody tell you, say pick your phone, you call FBI for United States. No say as you make that call, they say hello. Anything that you say will be held against you in the court of law. In America, everybody has the right to freedom of speech, but that law get clause. You must be ready to take responsibility over your statements. Absolutely. So when somebody come up, it tell you, say, this is FBI number, call them, take your phone, call anybody for America, ask you, say, what is FBI? Me, the person first educate you very well before you get yourself into trouble. Nothing say you're there for ground zero. Nothing say you're there for Asia. no thing say dey for Europe. Money no be anything for them for spend and for get you up. Especially when you tell them what is called a lie. Fellow Amazonian, the word inconsistency in America will land you in jail. When you are inconsistent, it will land you in jail. Number two, in America, you need to see Christmas for road call say Christmas. Ma talk to one for people they feel here. They call say homeless because you no be a doctor. For see man for road to call say Christmas. Are you his doctor? That's the question they will ask you. So when you want to open your mouth, call some man say thief man, go refer the definition of the word thief. Because some of these La Republique agents are setting most of you into your death traps. Man will take them, man will deny, it deny. Good, we don't talk them.
Thank you. Uncle B, over to you as we round up.
Yeah, Larry don't TV the thing that we want to don't TV and talk, and so I don't know whether you might be the inside my phone. I don't know. So the problem is I want to say this. Honestly, I want to say this. Well, people that might not say politicians, and now we know say they talk it true. Look at thing where that man they do. Not look thing where that man they talk. Now action they make and you determine somebody behavior or a character, not that thing where they talk. Because they can't talk when the sweetest talk. They will tell you, say, may you do this. They will say, may you go do this for this person. We come in all shapes and everything you think. But go for your mind, check and say, this my way, this my they talk to me, I do so na good thing. I check for your mind, say, this thing where he work on life na waiting. You go know thief man. You don't even know say thief man at thief man. When you see thing na inside him belly. Now when he actually go thief, like foul for village, you will know say na thief man this. So when I look at people, the one they can't say when I go kill them. When I look at people, they go to this general, they can't announce it, they don't arrest general, where the general, and you are celebrating. You would be very happy why that has happened. Or you can't say this one, you are very happy. Fellow Amazonians and our fighters, look at what Madi do, not look at what he talk. But what talk cheap, but action, I speak louder than words. When I check when people that they for out here, wait the way they do here, we do everything in our power. Say more explain for one, wait the way they happen. And our duty that for do and so. But it will depend on when I for decide. Say, is this the right one? I look with you when I say look more from this angle or from this angle. It would look them so. God will hell away. I will say the evolution of God of them, it will hell away. But it will look and so we'll turn our backs and decided to follow the evil. My way to say go kill man. My to say go thief. My to go kill the other sorry at them. Well, we don't play our part, but we pray say may go enter on our heart. Now listen to what they talk so that we'll finish our relation for short time than for long time. May God bless we.
Thank you so much, Uncle B. That was a very spot on round up. I want to take this opportunity to thank all our televiewers they're on for the various platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and satellite. Thank those who watch for Facebook in particular. Share. We will definitely be back here next week, Friday, same time. We will be considered to come early and so that Ground Zero will participate. And going forward, we will start take calls, answer your questions. So I want those thank those also those already send their suggestions, their contribution. Those are the call for ask question. We really appreciate and make una no stop. Make una continue for the rights to us. The ask your questions, the ask your to bring forward your suggestion because we are in this together. We are now so we get to know ourselves to know say this person is for the revolution and we get to come together. And I want also take final thing I want to really talk and say, if you are in contact with all the restoration forces, when you can stop for the encourage them to make videos and take pictures and share them for Facebook or social media, we can discourage them and inform them, because these guys, their mind is they are ready for action. So most of the time, if you give them any instruction, they just act before they think, because that is how they are wired, because they have been facing the Republic for years and they just want to act. So we could consider their safety, their security, because we need to keep them alive. We need to ensure that our security details and detailing is safe, so that we will continue for persecute this world. We'll continue to reorganize ourselves as a threat. They threat them for this revolution. They threat them on ground zero. They change by the day. It change with the political atmosphere. It change with everything that it happen. So we'll come to you and ABC for give you information and education, and will continue for the inspire you and motivate you, your revolutionary spirit. So we'll stay on course until we finish this war, like Uncle B said, in the shortest space of time. Thank you all once again, and hope you stay tuned on ABC AMBA TV. See you next week, Friday, same time, 8 p.m. AMBA time. God bless. Bye.
His Majesty Chief Seseku Obiokon Wan Obi Osam Otuoshi Daddy, Man of Peace, GM. Papa Osowo Ganchi Gorinye. Oh. Papa what them lay, Jenganino. 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 Chibobio kono them lay, Jenganino. Chibobio kono them lay, Jenganino. Papa what them lay, Jenganino. Papa what them lay, Jenganino. Chibobio kono them lay, Jenganino. Jenganino. Papa Osowo Golinye. Yebene manuyo. Papa them lay, Jenganino. Papa them lay, Jenganino. Chibobio kono them lay, Jenganino. Chibobio kono them lay, Jenganino. Papa them lay, Jenganino. Papa them lay, Jenganino. Chibobio kono them lay, Jenganino. Chibobio kono them lay, Jenganino. Papa, may your soul rest in peace. You are picking them for Pamol. They want them for Dazi. They want them for Mambe. They want them for Manu Division. They want them for Cameroon. They want them for out of Cameroon. They cry you. We don't put her up for Papa Gori hand. Papa always say bye bye. ye. Tu vas m'envoyer quoi ma poye? Tu vas m'envoyer quoi ma poye? Yabene Manuel, Yabene Manuel, Yabene Manuel, Yabene Manuel. Tanyegwe Platini, mon chanta, ne Manuel Keliwa, Yelonga Kiliwa, Anekwe, Katika Manuel Keliwa. Atara monya Kapelio, Jamayiwe, Esayewe Imkamo, Jamayiwe, Para. Moja 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 Kapelio, Jamayiwe, Esayewe Imkamo, Jamayiwe, Para. Hey, Chambere Oblo, Jamayiwe. Esayewe Imkamo, Jamayiwe, Para. Moja Kapelio, Jamayiwe, Esayewe Imkamo, Jamayiwe, Para. Hey, Chambere Oblo, Jamayiwe, Esayewe Imkamo, Jamayiwe, Para. People for choir, wanna die hard. Na road for all man. Moja Kapelio, Jamayiwe, Esayewe Imkamo, Jamayiwe, Para. Moja Kapelio, Jamayiwe, Esayewe Imkamo, Jamayiwe, Para. Moja Kapelio, Jamayiwe, Esayewe Imkamo, Jamayiwe, Para. Moja Kapelio, Jamayiwe, Esayewe Imkamo, Jamayiwe. Yebene Manuel, Yebene Manuel, Yebene Manuel, Yebene Manuel. His Majesty, Chief Obio God, Walosa, Lidazi, GM. Papa, we say waka fine. Vete papa, vete papa. 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 Yeah, picking them papa more. All that they cry you. Yeah, offer them papa more where you leave them. They say papa me you walk a fine. Vete papa, vete papa. 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 Daddy, people, I say una sorry, una die hard. Na road for all man. Na papa God give am, na papa God don't take am. DJ Platini, Kanyegbe.